ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਆਇਲਸ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ 7 ਬੈਂਡ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਤਾਂ ਕਾਲ ਕਰੋ 70509 70509।
Good morning. My name is Mandi. May I know about your name?
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Ashish Kapoor.
How may I address you?
You can call me Ashish.
Okay. May I see your ID?
Why not, ma'am? Here is it.
Thank you. So, where do you come from?
I hail from Kangra district of Himachal Pradesh, but owing to my job, I am presently residing at Jalandhar.
Come on, let's talk about work and study. So, what work do you do?
I am presently working with the MNC company which deals with life insurance products.
So, why did you choose this kind of job, or why did you choose to do that type of work?
Actually, I am very fond of talking with the people, or especially the strange people, and in this job, I am getting an opportunity to interact with different types of customers, especially the Ielts customers, and I love to do this.
Do you like your job?
Yes, I really like a job because in my job I usually spend time with customers and talking about their needs, and I help them to achieve their financial goal in the long term.
So, is it very interesting?
Yes, it is very interesting, and because it really makes me feel that I am helping somebody to achieve something in his life.
Okay, and what about dislike? Like, what you don't like about your job?
Actually, in my job, however, I don't like anything, or there is nothing dislike which I dislike about my job. But there are people in my industry which usually sell life insurance product not the way it should be sold, or you can say that it is a mis-selling. Mis-selling is a lot, quite phenomena in this industry, which I don't like about.
Okay, do you miss being a student?
Not right now, but I really enjoyed my phase when I was student. I really spent a lot of time with my colleagues, with my friends. Now they are not with me due to their profession, but I am happy.
Okay, I'm gonna give you one cue card. You have only 1 minute for the preparation, and you have to speak for the 2 minutes. Don't worry, I will manage the time for you. So, a pen and paper is provided for making the notes. You have to talk about a thing. Just read the questions.
Thank you.
So your cue card is talk about a thing you complain about something but finally got a good result. What did you complain about when it happened? What was the result and how you felt about it? Your time starts now.
Thank you, ma'am, for the topic. But however, I am not the person who usually complain for everything. But there are instances where I complain because when I don't get what I deserve, and when I know that this thing should be done in that way, and or something need to be corrected. On that moment, I always go for a complaint. And here I am going to tell you about one incident which happened last month when I walked into the bank, and I just asked the manager to hand over me my bank statement. But since I was in very much need of that bank statement, he was not paying any heed to my request, and he was roaming here and there, and then I entered the branch manager cabin and told him that since I need a bank statement and your colleague is not handing over the same. At that moment he told me that since their printer was not working, so it was a request to you to come on next day. I again came back on the next day, and the same reason has been given to me, which made me quite irritated, and then I thought that I should go for a complaint. Then I came back home, and through internet or through their customer care center, I logged a complaint in their complaint section. And to my surprise, I got a call after an hour that my bank statement already there with the bank manager, and whenever I want, I got it. So when I walked into their branch again in the later half of the day, branch manager not only greeted me but also handed over my bank statement very politely, and he told me that to take back that complaint. But I told him that I would not going to take this complaint back, because this is a lesson which you need to learn, because the way you treated your customer is not acceptable in any instance. So I had not took that complaint back, and it was a lesson for other customers also, which are sitting at that moment of time.
Okay, thank you. So when do people usually complain?
Usually customers or you people complain when they don't get what they deserve, or when they think that they are being cheated by others. At that moment they have the reason to complain. But there are some people who have a complaining kind of attitude, and they complain without any reason.
Can complaining help solve problems?
Most of the time complain helps to solve the problem, but people should try to solve the problem amicably before lodging a complaint, but just by talking with the concerned department. And if they don't get the kind of result, then they definitely go for complaint.
What other measures you should take to solve problems rather than complain?
As I told you earlier, that first we should talk with the concerned department or concern that see these things should be done in this way, but I am not getting the result which I deserve. And even after that, if you don't get the result, you always welcome to go for a complaint.
And what kind of peoples do you think complain?
The people who don't get the result which they deserve, and who get duped by the others, and they want result on priority basis, they usually complain.
And especially the people who are aware about their rights and entitlements. They people also complain.
Okay.
So do you usually get angry?
I'm not the person who usually get angry at most of the time, but sometimes when I don't get the result which I deserve, or the thing which I deserve, and if somebody duped me or cheats me, I usually get angry. And sometimes when I heard the news about crime, hatred and corruption and terrorist attacks and people losing their lives for no reason, such kind of things or news makes me angry.
Personally, you can say when people take some undue advantages
Yes,
of my
undue advantages of others.
at that time I get angry.
Okay.
Thank you. That is end of your test.